see what we. Can you see the screen here?
I can, yes, yeah, yeah.
Do you see the book? I mean the writing.
I do, yes, it's clear, yes.
Yeah, you can see it somehow.
Yeah, yeah. Are you able to record, or shall I record?
Yeah, I am recording now.
You're recording. Yeah, that's very clear. Yeah.
Oh, see what we've got here. Okay. So, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi. اللهم نفعنا بما علمنا علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا زدنا علما وعلما يا رب العالمين. So Ajroomiyah part 2 Introduction to I'rab. It's been said that all the languages before um, we see that there is a distinction in the language of Arabic. What is this distinction? The distinction is I'rab. Okay? The distinction is I'rab. So I'rab, it is the distinction of Arabic, and Arabic has distinction of other languages do not have this distinction. Okay, so we need to know i'rab a lot, and the more we practice, look for as a portion of practicing. Um, um, uh, you can go whenever you do tilawat, and uh, tilawat of the Quran, and then you have an ayat that you do not know its place and its position and whatnot. You check the i'rab of this ayat, you know, like the i'rab of nahas. I will show you a way. Just remind me. I will show you a very beautiful application for this. So, anyways, when you know the i'rab of the word, then it will be easy for you to read it. It will be easy for you to memorize it, and it will be easy for you also to recall it. So I told one of my students, I think yesterday, or like before yesterday, I told him that my teachers used to say that the way that we all learning Quran is different from how they learned Quran. Uh, he said how. I told him, my teachers told me, this Sheikh Muhammad Amo, he told
Yeah.
me um, that he used to his teacher used to tell him what is the i'rab of this ayat, what is the i'rab of this kalima, like this. Yeah. So, anyways, i'rab, the definition of it. Can you read the Arabic portion of it, please?
Yeah. بسم الله. الإعراب هو تغيير أواخر الكلمة ل-
لاختلاف
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 ل-
العوامل.
لاختلاف العوامل الداخلة عليها لفظا أو تقديرا، وأقسامه أربعة: رفع ونصب وخفض وجزم.
Very beautiful. He said the i'rab is the changing of the word endings due to the addition of specific elements, whether they are actual or supposed. So i'rab means the change of the word endings. So the ending of the word is changed. Like here you have خلق. خلق. This is why it is fatha. This is this is pertaining to i'rab. And basically, the changing of the letters in the word, it is not called i'rab. It is called in English morphology, which is sarf. So nahu, it is the science where it is dealing with the end of the word, the end of the word, meaning the last letter. However, صرف, it is all the word itself, the middle of it, the beginning of it, and whatnot. So i'rab means change, and the opposite of i'rab, as it comes here, it is called bina. Okay, mabni. Mabni, built. Mu'rab, change. Built, change. Built, change. So insana, it could be insanu, insani. And how we know? According to its i'rab position. Alaqin, it changes. Khalaqa and min, it is both mabni, built. So we need to know about mu'rab. Due to the addition of specific elements, whether they are actual or supposed. It has four states, meaning i'rab. We have and four results of this change. Either rafa', meaning to make it high, nasb, okay, or khafd, to make it low, and jazm. Okay. And each one of them, as we took the course before, we will come over and over again. Okay. He said, what is i'rab? I'rab is defined as the change of the vowel marking on the final letter of the word. This is caused by particles of words that are added or linked to the word. These words and huruf can be written or supposed. Most of the times, easy examples, it is written. Supposed, you need to make them like written like you stand up. Supposed, stand up. It means supposedly you stand up.
Yeah.
So we need to know the supposed ones, and there is a famous verse of شعر in Arabic. They says لولا لولا النحو لولا الحذف والتقدير للفظ بالنحو الحمير. If it's not because of of deletion and suppose and and to make it supposed, نحو, Arabic grammar, would be spoken by donkeys, meaning people that are stupid and idiots. So we need, I mean, this shows that someone has to be smart in Arabic grammar to know the basically the deleted and the supposed pronouns and whatnot. Mabni and Mu'rab. Before we process, we are going to understand another important classification. In Arabic, not all words change their endings due to i'rab. Some words are fixed, built. Like I told you, mabni. These words are known as mabni. The words that do change endings are mu'rab. So if a question comes, what are the words? What is the terminology used in Arabic grammar for the words that do not change? Then we say immediately mabni, fixed. And what are the ones that they do change? We call them mu'rab. Okay? So it's either mabni or mu'rab. There is no third classification. This is another important classification that can help you determine the i'rab of words. Let's look at simple ayah from the Quran. خلق الإنسان من علق. خلق مبني, فعل ماضي مبني. إنسان اسم معرب. من حرف جر مبني. علق اسم جر معرب. Okay? Yeah. So the words shown as mabni are always fixed. In other words, their vowels do not change because of i'rab, so you do not need to worry about them when you try to determine the i'rab of a sentence. Meaning for the mabni, it's always the same way. Like the word حيث, always it is حيث. Also man, it does not change. هؤلاء, okay? هؤلاء, all the time it is mabni, fixed. So they do not make a lot of problems when you basically do the i'rab. because they are mabni, fixed. They do not change. Okay? So it is important to know which words are mabni in Arabic and which ones are mu'rab. And this is a science by itself. And some people, they make PhDs in mabnis and sometimes PhDs in mu'rabs.
Subhanallah.
Yeah, subhanallah, it is like that. Verbs in the past tense and command tense. I told you that verbs in Arabic, they are of three categories. Number one is ماضي.
Adi, yeah.
Yeah, past.
Mudari,
And number two is مضارع. And number three
yeah.
is
Amr.
أمر. Very beautiful. Okay. Okay. All حروف are مبنيs. So do not worry about حروف. حروف all the time it's مبني. So we just need to know about nouns and verbs in the present tense. Nouns, they they are sometimes مبني, sometimes معرب. But basically the origin of it is معرب. And verbs in the past tense and future tense, they are مبني. But in the present tense, they are معرب. So that's why here he said nouns and verbs in the present tense. In the present tense, this sentence in the present tense, it goes to verbs. It does not apply for nouns because nouns are not affected by time. I told you before that the difference between nouns and verbs is that nouns do not depend on time. It's not been affected by time. It does not signify time. Verbs, they signify time. Like for example, the name Rafiq. Rafiq means companionship. So is the word companionship, does it signify time? The answer is no. However, accompany me, رافقني. This verb, accompany me, it means that I want you, I am ordering you to accompany me in the future, now and future. Okay? So this is called a verb. Verb, why is verb? It's affected by time. That's why here in the present tense it is applying to verbs only. Just make a side note of it. Don't get confused. Okay. Let let us go through present tense verbs fast. All present tense like يقوم يضرب. Okay.
Yafalu. Yeah.
يضرب يفعل يسمع are معرب. Okay. Except in two cases. Case number one. Okay. Let's first test يقوم. يقوم to stand up. يضرب to beat. يفعل to work. يسمع to listen. All these words are verbs. Why? Because they signify time and they have
Yeah.
meaning. Yeah. معرب except two cases. Okay. If it's attached to noon and niswa, this is case number one. If noon and niswa is been attached to it, then it becomes mabni. يكتبنا. The ba becomes sakin. Look here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, the ba is sakin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of its attachment to noon and niswa, noon of woman. Here, the noon of feminine plural will attach to the verb right to mean they are writing multiple females. Causes the last letter of the verb to have sukun. This is the case no matter what the i'rab of the verb is. So whatever it will be mabni here. But when we come to i'rab, we will say يكتب فعل مضارع مرفوع رفع الضمة الظاهرة. Why dhamma is not there? Because it's been attached to noon and niswa. Number two, if it's attached to noon at tawkid. Tawkid means emphasis. لا أقولن الحق أقولن. This sentence means I shall definitely speak the truth. The noon at the end of the verb is for emphasis or confirmation. When this noon attached to the verb, the last letter of the verb always takes fatha. Always, all the time. لا أقول لا. the origin of it لأقول. But because it is attached to nun التوكيد, nun of emphasis, the lam has فتحة. Is this clear or it's do you need more elaboration?
No, that's clear. So, yeah, yaktubna is this feminine plural, and la'aqulanna, the noon mushaddad, that's for tawqeed, isn't it? Tawqeed.
Yeah, very good. So because it's the noon is attached to ba sukun. Yeah, attached to lam, the noon it is fatha. So the reason here of sukun of the ba is because of the noon of tawqi, the noon of niswa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's because of emphasis. With fatha.
Yeah.
Then he carries on saying, as for nouns, most of them are mu'rab except for few categories. Some linguists count 10 categories to total, but we will just mention 8 common here, inshallah.
Okay.
Okay, he says here that we will mention 8 categories of mabni. Okay,
Mabni. Okay.
first, and mind you, each one of them it's a separate class. Al-Dhama'ir,
Yeah.
pronouns. There are 2 types: independent. In Arabic, the pronouns are different than English.
Yeah.
Number 1, which is similar to English, it's called independent pronouns.
منفصلا.
Yeah, منفصلة. Number 2, it is attached, متصلة. So هو, he, هما, both of them, hum, they, هي, she, هن, plural of they and feminine. أنت, you, أنتِ, you, feminine. أنتما, both of you. أنتم, all of you. أنتن, all of you, feminine. أنا, me, we. All of these ضمائر, they are what? These are
مبنية.
مبني. Number 2 is attached. They are the ones that are attached to the end of the verbs like ta, kaf, ya, na. So na is now الفاعلين. I mean the doers. Okay?
Yeah.
He will give examples for each. And ta is ta الفاعل. Ya, ya is for the feminine. Yeah. Very good. And كاف المخاطب. Now let's see. ذهبت إلى البيت. I went to my home. رجعنا من المسجد. We came back from the masjid. فقدت حقيبتي في القطار. I lost my bag in the train. رجع صديقك من سفره. Your friend came back from his trip. So basically, these sentences, they give you the application of these 4 attached pronouns. Okay, تا of فاعل, meaning I do it. ذهبت, I did it. رجعنا, ناء الفاعلين, we came back. يا is for the feminine. فقدتي, you feminine, lost. رجع صديقك, your friend came back. Your friend. This is how the attached ones, they all of them are mabni. So we at first read them to be friends with them, and then inshallah in other classes we know them in details. Okay. Number 2, asma'ul ishara, demonstrative pronouns. Meaning, look, this, هذا, هذه, this for feminine, هؤلاء, they, I mean, no, these, but for men, and ذلك, that, تلك, it is closer. I mean, look in English, this and that. Okay.
Yeah.
ذلك, that, تلك, this, أولئك, these. Yeah, but plural. So did you notice that we did not mention the dual forms? This is because the dual forms of demonstrative pronouns are mu'rab. Okay?
Arab. Yeah.
Yeah. Number three is الأسماء الموصولة or relative pronouns. الذي الذين التي اللائي اللاتي اللواتي. الذي that. الذين is for plural. التي is for feminine. اللاتي for feminine. اللائي is for men. اللواتي is for feminine. And also some that become related pronouns when used in such a context like min, al, du, the, man, ma. Again, the dual forms are exception in this rule, and all of this we will take them inshallah in with examples if it's not in this course in other courses. Number four or or أسماء الاستفهام interrogative nouns. Okay, I mean questioning and interrogation. من ما متى أيان أين كيف أن كم. من who. ما what. متى when. أين also I mean where. أيان I do not remember exactly. It could be when or where. كيف how. أن how. كم how much. Or how many. Because come it can be used for much and many. Not like English, we need to separate how much and how many. Okay? Except أي because it is معرب. أسماء الشرط conditional pronouns. The, متى, when, ما, what, whatever you do, Allah will be happy with you, like this. مهما, however, أين, where, حيثما, where, أن, how, أينما, where, كيفما, however. Except أي because it is معرب. Number six, بعض الظروف. Some adverbs. Okay? حيث it's used it is also ضمة and it's been used for place. منذ it is also ضمة. It's used for time. أمس yesterday is مبني on فتحة. الآن now مبني on فتحة. الأعداد المركبة or compound number from 11 to 19. These in Arabic they are مبني على فتح الجزئين. Like الحادي عشر. You cannot say الحادي عشر حادي عشري. No. حادي عشر الثاني عشر الثالثة عشر الرابعة عشر الخامسة عشر السادسة عشر السابعة عشر الثامنة عشر التاسعة عشر التاسعة عشر. All of these are what? All of these are مبني. He says here 12 it is معرب. Yeah, it is. أسماء الأفعال or verb nouns, they are special nouns which carry the meaning of verbs or action like آمين. آمين it is a noun but means answer the dua action. It means oh Allah accept our prayer. Or often it is اسم فعل. It is a noun but it carries the meaning of a verb. It means often it means of disgust, which is used to express displeasure. When Ibrahim said to the idol worshippers, told them uffin lakum, uffin lakum. Okay, he was very disgusted and pleased with them. Here we have a nice chart. It fixed. Please, Sheikh Rafiq, you have any su'al, any question, do not hesitate in asking, okay?
Yeah. Well, sorry, what were the two forms for 12? It's, إثنا عشرة.
Yeah,
إثنا.
yeah, it could
إثنا
be,
عشرة.
yeah, إثنا عشرة and إثني
إثنتا.
عشرة, إثني عشرة.
إثني عشرة. Yeah.
رأيت إثنا إثنا رأيت إثني عشر قمرا, say for example. Or like ضربني إثنا عشر رجلا. Okay? مررت
Yeah.
باثني عشر رجلا. Like this. So you can
Yeah.
see that إثنى إثني إثنى
Yeah.
been معربs by the rulings.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
Okay. Okay. Fixed as regular words in Arabic. إعراب is the changing of the word endings in Arabic according to the grammatical state. The words that changed are known as معرب. And those that do not are known as مبني, fixed. مبني and معرب. Let's see. أفعال from verbs. All verbs in the past tense are معرب. No, it is مبني, fixed. أفعال.
Yeah.
All the verbs in the command tense, because I told you verbs has three tenses, either past or present or command.
Yeah.
In English they say past, present, future. No, in Arabic we say past, present.
Come on.
حروف and حروف, as he named them, particles, all of them are fixed. فعل مضارع in two cases. If all of them are معرب except for the ones that attach to نون النسوة and نون التوكيد, emphasis, and نون of women. If it's attached to نون نسوة, then it is سكون. نون
Yeah.
التوكيد, it is فتحة. All verbs in the present tense except case submit. As for nouns, some are fixed while others are regular. ضمائر هم أولاد مؤدبون. Told you we have a lot of pronouns uh,
Yeah.
and uh, and exceptional words and whatnot. All of them are مبني, like هم, هذا هؤلاء ذاك ذلك تلك أولئك. ما منصور
Yeah.
الذي التي الذين التي لا إلا واتي من الذا ذو ذا من ما. اسماء الاستفهام,
Yeah.
the interrogatory words, all of them are uh, مبني.
مبني.
مبني,
Yeah.
fixed. So we basically we need to know the fixed ones, so we can carry on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And أسماء الشرط, the exceptional words. بعض nouns, بعض الظروف, حيث, منذ, أمس, الآن. أعداد مركبة, numbers from 11 to 19 except for 12. أسماء الأفعال, and the nouns that carry verbs, like آمين, هيهات. هيهات means you stay away. هيهات هيهات لما توعدون, سورة believers, مؤمنون. هيهات means you are distant far, you're distant far. هيهات هيهات
Wow.
لما توعد.
Yeah. Subhanallah.
Is this? I'm not expecting that you will memorize all of them at once, but you will need to basically one by one. Okay. We will take them again and again and again, and you will be reading them again and again until it comes to mind. Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
All verbs in the present tense except cases mentioned. Al-asma nouns, all nouns except the ones mentioned. So basically, all the verbs, the present tense verbs, except the two cases, nun niswan, nun mukhata, nun tawkid, they are what? They are mu'rab. And asma, all the nouns are mu'rab, except for the nouns that we mentioned before. Then, then he says, yeah. Uh, are you ready to go half an hour more?
If it's okay for you,
Yeah.
I am okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It is like it's like it's like singing, reading these books and explaining them is like singing. I can go, I can go with you like 1 hour and a half or 2 hours more. It's like singing for me. It's a beginning course, so it's not a
Yeah.
hassle for me. Alhamdulillah
Alhamdulillah.
ta'ala. Actually, I am enjoying. It's something that it is ibadah. when you read
Alhamdulillah.
these books. But
Ya Sheikh.
there is
Definitely.
there is one, Allah Akbar. There is one explanation from the scholars that how Deen will be strange. No, and I felt it actually. I felt it becomes, you know, it becomes strange when the language of Arabic becomes strange to people and they do not know it.
Allah.
I I remember when I was in America, I met a Salafi brother. So
Yeah.
so he was telling me you are bid'ati and whatnot. So I told him, brother, do you know do you know the meaning of the hadith that you just mentioned right now? He said no. He said no, but I know this is dalil.
Astaghfirullah.
Oh my god.
Allah.
So
Allah.
so I sat down with him and I spoke with him and we came at the end that he needs to go studying. Then he needs to come back to me.
Yeah.
So subhanallah, I understood. I understood immediately the hadith that says بدأ الدين غريبا وسيعود غريبا كما بدأ.
Allah.
So then another Salafi, he came to me and he was like, I need you to tie me imama. I told him I won't tie you imama until you give me 3 dalils about the importance of sunnah and imama.
Allah.
So I mean, these people they are tragedy, man. They are tragedy. Man. Allah make it easy. Allah make it easy. May Allah make it easy. So anyways, when I mean now the problem in the West, Muslims in UK, Australia, Canada, America, the problem there is that the people, I mean, they are very very ignorant about many aspects of Deen and many of it pertaining to Arabic. If they know the language of Arabic, it will be easy for them to read and to discover and to, whenever they have arguments and disputes among themselves, they can solve it. But the problem is that they are reading mere translations and they are building their theories and understandings based on mere translations that they are, I mean, translations that are basically futile, you know. They do not give the proper proper understanding and the proper meaning and emotion in the text itself. That's all. We have a lot of disputes in the Muslim organization field. I mean, places and masajid in the West. You can go from you can go from one masjid to another masjid and you can feel the difference. Subhanallah ta'ala. You can feel difference and you can feel that here you are welcomed and 10 minutes away you are not welcomed. And how the society they are I mean perceiving you. So the point is Arabic is very very important, subhanallah. And if we know Arabic, it will be easy for us to understand texts, Quran. I mean, Allah Akbar, comes that the our pious predecessors, Salaf al-Salih, whenever they would do a wrong in Nahu, لحن in Nahu, instead of Dhamma they make it Fatha or Kasra. They make istighfar for that, subhanallah. SubhanAllah, they used to be very, very particular about Arabic. Very, very particular. And even Arabs, unfortunately, now Arabs, they think that they know Arabic. Actually, they do not know Arabic. SubhanAllah. Oh my God. Whenever I make maw'idah or class and whenever I speak, so brothers will be telling me here, are you from, where are you from? Are you from Morocco? Where are you from? I was like, no, I'm not from Morocco. I am from here, but the thing is that you do not learn Arabic. So things like that, and then people they are slowly getting used to it. Okay, let's go back to our brother, to our Sheikh Ibn Ajurrum rahimahullah.
Subhanallah.
Yeah. الله أكبر رحمه الله. He said فللأسماء من ذلك الرفع والنصب والخفض ولا جزم فيها. No, read. You do
Yeah.
read it.
Yeah. Bismillah. فللأسماء من ذلك الرفع والنصب والخفض
It's not.
ولا
It's
جزم.
not. It's not. من ذلك. This is wrong. من ذلك. I mean.
أو من ذلك. Okay. ما شاء الله. فللأسماء من ذلك الرفع والنصب والخفض ولا جزم فيها وللأفعال من ذلك الرفع والنصب والجزم ولا خفض فيها.
Very good. Very good. So translation. Of these, the nouns take the states of rafa'. So nouns they take rafa' and nasb and khafd, and there is no jazm in nouns. Remember that you need to memorize this portion. The nouns take the states of rafa', nasb, khafd, and there is no jazm there. The verbs take rafa', nasb, jazm, and no khafd. There is no khafd in fi'ls, in af'al, and there is no jazm in asma. Okay? Okay. Because if jazm is there, then this is not basically ism, it will be fi'l. And if the khafd is found in fi'l, it's not fi'l, it's ism. So the separation part, the border between UK and what is the next country to UK?
France.
Yeah, France. Yeah, France. So the border between France and UK is this. What is it? Jazm and khafd. From the UK part, we made khafd. From the France part, they made what? Jazm. So if you accept khafd, then you are a citizen from UK. Then if you do accept jazm, then you are a citizen from France. So this is as easy as this. So now that we have identified the nouns and verbs, which are mu'rabs, we can narrow down the i'rab even further. The nouns only take raf'. We need to understand this, as we said before, and nasb or khafd forms. So raf', they have four signs, and nasb has 4 signs, and khafd has 4 signs or more. But we will take them inshallah. But forms, and don't accept jazm. This is about nouns, asma. As for verbs, they accept rafa'. This is for verbs, and nasb, like nouns. But I told you this is the order jazm from France part, from the af'al part. Okay, and jazm and not khafd. What does this mean? Let's take the noun baytun. Baytun, it means home. It can take 3 grammatical states, not 4, 3 only. In rafa' al-baytu, in nasb al-bayta, khafd al-bayti. Okay? And we cannot say al-bayt qarib, meaning jazm. No. It accepts dhamma, rafa', which is a sign of rafa'as, and bayt, nasb, bayta, and bayti. So read these examples kindly, 3 of them.
البيت قريب.
Very good.
دخل. That's a رفع.
Yeah, that's rough.
دخل الولد البيت. نصب. And And ذهب الولد إلى البيت.
Very good.
That's خفض.
That's خفض. It cannot be bait جزم under any circumstance. It will be very, very, very wrong. No bait. Cannot be bait under any circumstance. Now let's look at verbs. As we know, only verbs in the present tense take i'rab. Present tense verbs can have three grammatical states as well. Now read them kindly.
Yeah. الطالب يقرأ الكتاب. That's a رفع. يحب الطالب أن يقرأ الكتب.
Very good.
It's نصب. لم يقرأ الطالب الدرس. It's جزم.
Okay. Now, what did you notice? What is the difference between فعل, أفعال and nouns and
The noun takes the ending changes between raf, represented by damma, nasb represented by fatha, and khaft represented by kasra, whilst with the verbs in the raf, in the raf is that's for fa'il, so yaqra'u, that would be so at-talibu would be, you mean like at-talibu is mubtada and yaqra'u is
no. No, no,
khabar?
no, 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 no.
No, في
No, no,
محل رفع. No.
you are too smart for me. You are too smart for me. Okay. I just needed a simple answer, which is the difference, as we said before, we cannot find any jazm in asma and not in any khafd
Yeah.
af'al.
Yes.
This is the easiest way of saying, right?
Yeah. 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 Yes.
The easiest way. We we need to take it step by step so we not get complicated.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. So
Yes.
is this clear?
Yes. Yes. It's very clear. Sorry, I got carried away.
Very good. All right. Now let's go next.
Yeah.
Next. And لم يقرأ الطالب الدرس. And can we never خفض. Part 3, knowing signs of إعراب. Let's go to it. Bismillah. So إعراب, chapter 3, knowing the signs of إعراب. Bismillah. In the previous chapter, we discussed the إعراب of مبني and معرب. Look here, إعراب has four parts, either رفع or نصب or خفض or جزم. In this chapter, we discussed the indicators and signs of the إعراب. What are the signs, the representations of إعراب? What indicates if a word is in the state of رفع, نصب or خفض or جزم? These states are not always indicated by ضمة, فتحة, كسرة and سكون. Some cases they are indicated by letters. Some cases خفض is indicated by فتحة instead of كسرة. So we cannot say that فتحة is always نصب. This is what we learn in this chapter. Meaning, what are the signs of رفع, نصب, خفض and جزم? Ibn Ajroom actually explains the lesson with two different methodologies. First, he goes through each sign one by one, and he mentions all cases they can represent and in which scenarios. Then under the next section, mu'rabat, he goes through each grammatical element and mentions them. And he mentions the indicators they use. So he will repeat the same class in a different way. However, we will use a methodology used by some shuyukh that found much simpler. We will explain the case in which the grammatical state is indicated by other than its difficult indicator. ضمة for رفع, فتحة for نصب, كسرة for خفض, and سكون for جزم. Also, the information is presented in tables, which will be easy to you to understand, inshallah. The default indicators of إعراب are ضمة for رفع, فتحة for نصب, كسرة for خفض, سكون for جزم. Let's first take the text, the matan of Al-Ajroomiyah. Bismillah, read.
بسم الله. باب معرفة علامات الإعراب. للرفع 4 علامات: الضمة والواو والألف والنون. فأما الضمة فتكون علامة
Yeah.
للرفع في 4 مواضع: في الاسم المفرد، وجمع التكسير، وجمع المؤنث السالم، والفعل المضارع الذي لم يتصل بآخره شيء. وأما الواو فتكون على موضعين: في جمع المذكر السالم، وفي الأسماء ال5، وهي أبوك وأخوك وحموك وفوك وذو مال.
No, it's
وأم
actually not حموك, حموكي.
حموكي أوكي. حموكي أوكي. وحموك أبوك وأخوك وحموك وفوك وذو مال. وأما الألف فتكون علامة للرفع في تثنية الأسماء خاصة. وأما النون فتكون علامة للرفع في الفعل المضارع إذا اتصل به ضمير التثنية أو ضمير جمع أو ضمير المؤنثة المخاطبة.
Okay, very good. I mean, I won't, I won't obligate you to memorize this. Although here they do memorize it, but I will request you that you, I mean, when you do i'rab, you put these rulings before you, so you can go back to them. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's a very easy class. He says here for the state of rafa, we have 4 representations: dhamma, waw, alif, and nun. Dhamma, waw, alif, and nun. Dhamma, waw, alif, and nun. Dhamma, it becomes an indicator of rafa in 4 instances, in 4 places. If it's a singular noun, like Muhammad, broken plural, like kutub. Look, you have fixed plural and broken one. Fixed, it follows a one ruling, like al-Muslim, al-Muslimun. This is fixed. But if it does not follow the singularity of it, we call it broken. Like the word kutub, kitab, kutub. This is broken because it does not follow the singular of it. Number 3, sound feminine plural. And number 4, present tense verb with nothing. Okay, sound feminine plural. Broken. He made the opposite of broken, sound. Very good, mashallah. Feminine plural, like salihat. We make dhamma as a state, is the representation of dhamm, of rafa. Number 4, present tense with nothing attached to its end, like the feminine noon or the noon of confirmation, like يضرب, يضرب, يذهب. This is present tense. In these four, we make dhamma a state of rafa. Now for the wow, I hope he gives he gives examples. Yeah, I hope so. Does he? Yeah, he does.
That's good.
Alhamdulillah. It will be easy than theoretical. Wow, it becomes an indicator of rafa in two cases. In sound, masculine plural, جمع مذكر سالم, and five names, الأسماء الخمسة. أبوك, أخوك, your brother, your father. عموك, meaning the brother of your husband. Hamuki. I mean, it's actually Hamuki, but I don't know why he made it. Okay, I didn't know. I don't know. But what we got from our teachers, Hamuki. Okay, Buka, your mouth, and Du Malin, and the one with money. As for the Alif, it's an indicator of Raf only for the dual form of nouns. And Alif, it is Raf for the dual form, meaning Muthanna. Noon is indicator of Raf for the أفعال خمسة. Okay? Right. And he says here also what? فعل مضارع يتصل به ضمير الاثنين ضمير الجمع وضمير المؤنث المخاطبة. Is here, as for the noon, it is an indicator of raf for the present tense verb when it's connected to the dual or plural pronoun, or if an attached pronoun is used to address a female in the second person. Now he goes to nasb. He will go to nasb and khafd and jazm. Very good. Okay, read nasb please.
Okay. وللنصب خمس علامات الفتحة.
خمس علامات.
yeah. وللنصب خمس علامات الفتحة والألف والكسرة والياء والحذف النون. فأما الفتحة
حذف.
حذف. Is there a fatha on the dal or is it sukun? Sukun. Yeah. Sorry, thanks. وحذف النون. فأما الفتحة فتكون علامة للنصب في ثلاثة مواضع في الاسم في الاسم المفرد وجمع التكسير والفعل المضارع إذا دخل عليه ناصب ولم يتصل بآخره شيء. Sorry, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Just one second. Hello, sorry about that. Yeah. وأما الألف فتكون علامة للنصب في الأسماء الخمسة نحو رأيت أباك وأخاك وما أشبه ذلك. وأما الكسرة فتكون علامة للنصب في جمع المؤنث السالم. وأما الياء فتكون علامة للنصب في التثنية والجمع. وأما حذف النون فيكون علامة للنصب في الأفعال الخمسة التي رفعها بثبات النون. ثبات النون.
I think, yeah, it is بثبوت النون, but he made it. They did not rare. I mean, they need to fix it. Anyways, let's go. Now he changed from raf to nasb. Yeah. Bismillah. And the state of nasb has 5 indicators: fatha, kasra, and al-ya. Okay? and the removal of letter noon. As for the fatha, it becomes an indicator of nasb in three cases. The singular noun, uh, like singular noun, like for example, Muhammad, uh, ضرب, um, um, like a ضرب إسرائيل محمدا. I like this for example. But let's take another example. ضرب عمرو زيدا. Yeah, something like this. Or كلم جبريل محمدا. Yeah. So singular now, we can see there is فتحة. Broken plural like كتب. قرأ محمد الكتب. فتحة. The present tense verb of a حرف of نصب added to it. Like لن يقرأ محمد غير القرآن. Okay? Muhammad won't read other than Quran. So because of لن, we meant يقرأ, not يقرأ, يقرأ. And there is nothing attached to its end actually, right? As for the alif, it becomes an indicator of nasb in 5 nouns. Like رأيت أباك وأخاك. Okay? And what resembles this? رأيت أباك وأخاك. Okay? أسماء 5. And what resembles this? As for the kasra, it becomes an indicator of nasb, or the sound feminine plural. Like خلق الله السماوات. Allah created the samawati. We not say samawata, we say samawati. Because kasra, it is a sign of nasb, or the sound feminine plural. As for the ya, it becomes an indicator of nasb, or the tathniya. And plural forms, they are sound of nouns. Like for example, رأيت 12. إثني, we don't say إثنا, إثني. And also رأيت المسلمين, I saw the Muslims. I رأيت المسلمين. Yeah. As for the removal of noon, becomes an indicator of nasb in 5 verbs, which case the state of rafa is indicated by the affirmation of the noon. Like لن يضربوا, لن يضربوا الحق. They won't beat the truth. Okay? The origin of it يضربون, but we said لا يضربوا. Why? Because it's a nasb. We took the noon away from the it. And actually look, before they used to catch the rules of nahu from the Quran and from the ash'ar, from the sunnah. Now it's easy. Now we have bunch of rules. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Before it used to be hard. Oh my God.
Yeah.
One sheikh named there is Imam Sibawayh and Imam Kisai. Both of them, they were imams. Okay. So Imam Imam Kisai, he is one of the 7 Qurra. Okay. Sibawayh, he is the Imam of Al Kufa, from the same school of Ibn Ajroom. He used to be the Imam of Kufa, and Kufa is a city in Iraq. And Kisai used to be Imam of Quran and Imam of Basri school of Nahu. And we used to have a lot of fights between Kufi and Basri schools, like we have fights between America and Russia. But the thing is that they used to have scientific fights, not I mean militant fights. So one time, Imam Kisai, he is the friend of the Khalifa. I mean, like the president of the Muslim country, and Sibawayh is not. So Kisai, he came to Harun al-Rashid, and he was there. So so Sheikh Harun al-Rashid, if he brought forth two people to debate with Sibawayh, as he is following the Basri school. So they started debating Sibawayh, and Sibawayh, he gave answers, and he was not. I mean, Sibawayh was not satisfied with their answers. So he said. So both of them, they came back to Imam Kisai. The grand fighter, he came forth, and they started debating. Okay. So they were having a problem about Rafa, and you used to have a problem about Rafa and Nasb. So Imam Sibawayh, about certain mas'ala, he was saying this only Rafa. There is no Nasb in it. Imam Kisai, he was like, no, it holds Nasb, and also it holds Rafa. We can do it both ways. Either this or this. It's optional. He said, no, this is not true. No, you are wrong. So now, so now the two legends of Nahu at that time, they are fighting. So who's going to be the one giving the answer? How to put this dispute down? Imam Kisai, he's smart. He said, let's see the Arabs. He said to him that this is the language of Arabs. Let's take a Bedouin Arab that he came from the from the village, and
Yeah.
we ask him, and he will give us the right answer, as he
Yeah.
is not affected by foreign languages like Persian at that time, and the
Yeah.
languages that came into the Muslim world.
Yeah.
Is it okay? So they asked a Bedouin Arab. So he said that this mas'ala actually holds. We can say it by raf, and we can say it by nasb, and it is optional.
Yeah.
So who won now?
Yeah.
So who won now? Who is victorious?
Being the one who follows the Bedouin Arab.
No, actually, Imam Kisai, he is the winner, because he said this masala is optional. Is it raf or nasb? No problem.
Yeah.
So Harun al-Rashid said, so he said to Sibawayh, he said, what do you say, O you man? And instead of saying, what do you say, O Imam Sibawayh, as if
Oh.
from, speaking to him politely and nicely. Now
Yeah.
he says, now he says to him, what do you say, O you man?
Oh.
Oh my God. Sibawayh, he was very, 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 very anxious. And bro, it's a big problem.
Yeah.
So Imam Kisai, he said, "Oh, you Khalifa,
Yeah.
this is Imam, and he holds a prestigious position in
Yeah.
the in the Muslim world. So be generous to him and give him a gift, okay, and let him walk away. Do not disgrace him in front of everyone."
Oh.
He said, "Okay." take 30,000 dinars, something that is big, and go back to you. Oh my god. Oh my god. And he said to him, go back to your city. So he took the money and he took the horse and he went back to his city, and he was very very anxious, and he felt disgraced and failure because of this I mean because of this loss, and scholars they said he died afterwards
Allah.
because of this psychology, you know.
Wow. Wow.
That is very very important.
Yeah.
All
Wow.
right. So it's not hard. I told you. He says yeah.
Yeah.
Fatha, it is signed in three cases: singular noun, broken plural, like kutub books, and present tense if a harf of nasb is added to it, like lan. Ah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, حروف
And
النصب. As for the alif, indicator of nasb في الأسماء الخمسة, five nouns, like رأيت أباك, I saw your father, وأخاك, and your brother.
yeah.
And what resembles this? As for kasra, it is in noun, feminine, plural. خلق الله السماوات. We didn't say samawat. As for ya, it is sign indicator of nas for the dual and plural form of noun, like رأيت المسلمين. So this is nasb. And lastly, khafd, it has three signs: kasra, ya, and fatha. Okay, read it kindly, read it.
Okay. وللخفض ثلاث علامات: الكسرة والياء والفتحة. فأما الكسرة فتكون علامة للخفض في ثلاثة مواضع: في الاسم المفرد المنصرف، وجمع التكسير المنصرف، وجمع المؤنث السالم. وأما الياء فتكون علامة للخفض في ثلاثة مواضع: في الأسماء الخمسة، وفي التثنية والجمع. وأما الفتحة فتكون علامة للخفض في الاسم الذي لا ينصرف.
Very, 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 very nice. Now read the translation, please.
Yeah. And the state of khafd has three indicators: kasra, ya, and fatha. As for kasra, it becomes an indicator of khafd in three cases. Number one, the singular noun, which is munsarif, not mamnu min sarf. Is that munsarif or munsarif?
منصرف.
Munsarif. Yeah, okay. Then, okay. The number two, the broken plural, which is munsarif, not mamnu min sarf. And number three, the sound feminine plurals. As for ya, it becomes an indicator of khafd in three cases: the five nouns, and number two, the dual form, and number three, the plural form. As for fatha, it becomes the indicator of khafd for the nouns which are fixed, mamnu' min as-sarf.
Nice. Okay. Now go next.
وللجزم علامتان: السكون والحذف. فأما السكون فيكون علامة للجزم
فأما
في الفعل.
السكون فأما السكون it's wrong here.
فأما السكون. Is that okay?
Yeah.
وأما السكون okay. وأما السكون فيكون علامة للجزم في الفعل المضارع الصحيح الآخر وأما الحذف فيكون علامة للجزم في الفعل المضارع المعتل الآخر وفي الأفعال الخمسة التي رفعها وثبات النون ورفعها بثبات النون.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carry on
And
the translation, please.
yeah. And for the state of jazm, there are two indicators, the sukun and the removal, adaf. Yeah. As for the sukun, it becomes an indicator for jazm in the present tense verbs which end with a sound letter. So that is other than alif, waw, and ya. As for removal, it is an indicator of jazm for present tense verbs ending with a weak letter, alif, waw, or ya, and also for the 5 verbs in whose case the state of raf is indicated by the affirmation of noon.
Okay.
As we, yeah,
Okay. Now just hold on a bit.
yeah,
Allahu Akbar. As we have already seen in Arabic, words can be 4 grammatical states. Now
yeah,
we need to memorize this, like our names. رفع, نصب, خفض, and جزم. Abbreviation: رفع, كج. I mean this is hard. Run, run, كج. Yeah. R, noon, K, J. رفع, نصب, خفض, and جزم. This chapter and the one after this deal with the signs that tell us which state the word is in. The chapter makes it. This looks slightly complicated, but we're going to stick to a simplified explanation that you can grasp easily, inshallah. The case in which i'rab is indicated by other than the default indicator. In the vast majority of cases, رفع is indicated by ضمة. Yeah, generally it's ضمة. النصب is فتحة. Generally. And خفض كسرة or جر. And I told you خفض is for Kufi and jar is for Basri school. And finally, jazm by sukun. Okay. However, there are other cases where the grammatical state is indicated by other indicators. We will go through these cases one by one. There are 7 basic cases where i'rab is indicated by other than the default indicator. Number 1 is muthanna duals form. States are denoted by alif and ya as shown. So he gave you one by one muthanna. Now muthanna in the state of raf' and nasb and khafd. There is no jazm because it's a noun. رفع ألف رفع هذان خصمان اختصموا في ربهم من سورة الحج. نصب ياء اثني عشر ياء خفض ياء 12. Examples: جاء الطالبان جاء الطالبان not طالبان طالباني. Okay. ألف it is رفع. Okay. إلى المسجد to مسجد رفع. رأيت الطالبين I saw the 2 students في المسجد inside the مسجد نصب. حتى أبلغ مجمع البحرين أبلغ مجمع البحرين. This is خفض. Why? Because it's مضاف إليه. We will take it later إن شاء الله. خفض. Yeah. And then he spoke about جمع مذكر السالم. So we know that مثنى ألف in رفع. النصب and خفض it's here. Sound plural we have رفع نصب and خفض. There is no jazm because it's noun.
Yeah.
واو النصب and خفض it's ياء. والمؤمنون والمؤمنات بعضهم أولياء بعض. Why it's واو because it's مذكر سالم. وكذلك ننجي المؤمنين. Why it's ياء because it is نصب. مررت بمسلمين خفض ياء. جمع المؤنث السالم.
Yeah.
The plural made by adding alif before the final ta is a feminine noun. The indicators are رفع ضمة, نصب and خفض is كسرة. The sound feminine and رفع it is ضمة, but in نصب and خفض it is كسرة. إذا جاءك المؤمنات. Why is ضمة؟ جمع مذكر جمع مؤنث سالم. خلق الله السماوات والأرض. Why سماوات كسرة؟ because it is جمع مؤنث سالم. وقل للمؤمنات. للمؤمنات اسم مجرور. By I mean it came after لام جر. Note here that for نصب instead of فتحة كسرة is why? Because it is plural feminine sound. أسماء خمسة number 4. These nouns are أب أخ حم فم ذو. Father, brother, the brother of the husband, and fam is mouth, and dhu the one who owns. These nouns are attached with each other as following: أبوك أخوك حموك فوك ذو علم in رفع, and the nasb أباك أخاك حماك ذاك ذا علم. خفض أبيك أخيك حميك فيك ذي علم. In رفع واو, in نصب ألف, and خفض ياء. It's all used letters. It does not use signs at all. Only letters. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. أبو فهد صاحب والدي. The father of Fahd is a friend of my father. رأيت أباك. I saw your father. رأيت صديق أبيك. I saw the brother of your. I saw the friend of your father. أبو فهد, the father of Fahd. أبو. رأيت أباك. I saw your father. رأيت أباك. رأيت صديق. I saw صديق أبيك. Here is مفعول به. Here is مضاف إليه. Because of this it is يا. So rule says ضمة واو نصبة ألف خفضة يا. وممنوع. All 5 names. Number 5 is ممنوع من الصرف, which do not accept تنوين or كسرة. This is the ممنوع من الصرف. We deal with the details of these nouns later. I mean, these nouns they have special ruling. Inshallah, we take them later in this course. Inshallah, in detail. Alhamdulillah, we have taken them. But the rule pertaining to them is that both nasb and khafd are ended by fatha. So the thing of these ممنوع من الصرف, خفض النصب فتحة, رفع it's only ضمة. Like رجع أحمد إلى بيته. أحمد is one of the names that is ممنوع من الصرف. It is banned from being صرف منصرف. رجع أحمد إلى المسجد. أحمد came back to مسجد. رأيت أحمد في المكتبة. I saw Ahmad in the library. Now here is the difference. سلمت على أحمد صباحا. I said salam on أحمد in the morning. This is ممنوع من الصرف. Number 6 المضارع المعتل الآخر, meaning present tense verbs, but at the end of them we have letter which is alif or waw or ya. Like Allah said يخشى, يدعو, يقضي. Look at the last letters.
Yeah.
All of them is waw and alif. In this case, jazm is indicated by hiding the final letter. I mean, jazm, we basically delete that letter and we substitute it by the closest sign to it. I mean, we will take it inshallah in these examples coming in. رفع ضمة لم يخشى what is it? Okay, so لم يخشى إلا الله. Look here, we deleted the alif. We didn't say يخشى. We did لم يخش. And then we say يخشى إلا الله. Yeah. محمد يهدي إلى الحق. Muhammad guides to the truth. But here it has dhamma, but because it's ya dhamma, it is I mean, it will be hard for us to say it. محمد يهدي إلى البيت is hard. محمد لن يدعو إلا ربه. Muhammad won't make dua except to Allah. So here لن يدعو. Why it's لن يدعو? Because لن came before it, and the sign of nasb is fatha. محمد لم يدعو إلا ربه. It's just لم يدعو. We لم يدع. We did not say يدعو. We deleted the واو and we substituted with ضمة. Number 7 is أفعال خمسة, the 5 أفعال. تذهبان, you two go. تذهبين, both of you female go. يذهبون, all of you go. تذهبون, I mean يذهبون, they went or they go.
Yeah.
تذهبون, you go. هما يذهبان, both of them go. In this case, okay, read from here kindly.
Yeah. In this case, both nasb and jazm are indicated by hiding the noon. There is no khafd as it is a present tense verb. So we got al-af'al al-khamsa.
Yeah.
ثبوت النون رفع is ثبوت النون.
ثبوت النون means noon is to stay there.
Present, yeah.
Yeah, it's to stay there.
Yeah. Yeah. And nasb is حذف النون, and there's no khafd.
Yeah, because it's
verb.
it's
Yeah.
verb. Okay, and jazm.
And jazm is حذف النون as well.
So we delete the noons where in nasb.
Yeah. So أنتم تأكلون.
Yeah, so تأكلون is
ثبوت النون, so it's رفع.
oh.
Yeah. وأن تصوموا خير لكم.
Surah Al-Baqarah. So why we did not say وأن تصومون? Why?
Because it's nasb, it's un before the verb. تصوموا.
Okay.
So yeah. Third is lan ta'akulu, and once again lan is harf nasbin, so you drop the noon.
No.
Oh, sorry, zir. Yeah.
Lan is harf jazm, right?
Harf jazm, yeah. So it's lan ta'akulu is harf noon because it's harf jazmin.
Very good. Next.
If you study these 7 cases thoroughly, you will be able to master the signs of i'rab, inshallah.
Yeah, that's why we read them over and over again.
Okay.
Courses. Then
Yeah.
also when we read Quran, we do read. Okay.
Okay. To recap the chapter, here is the complete list of i'rab indicators. Revise this table until you master it thoroughly. So we have jam'u taksiri. So
I
for
will
that,
send you. I will send you the link.
okay, inshallah.
Right.
Okay.
رفع.
Yeah.
رفع ضمة نصب. خفض.
كسرة. In أفعال الخمسة, Raf is thubut in nuni, thubutun nuni, and in nasb is hadaf in nun, and in jazm is hadaf in nun. In al-mudari'u sahih al-akhiri, in raf is ad-dammatu, in nasb is al-fathatu, and in jazm it's as-sukunu. In al-mudari'u al-mu'tal al-akhiri, in raf is nasb, raf is ad-dammatu, in nasb is al-fathatu, and in jazm is hadaf in nuni. In mamnu' min as-sarf, in raf is ad-dammatu, in nasb, and in khafd is fathatu, both of them. In al-asma' al-khamsati,
No.
in raf, yeah,
الأسماء الخمسة.
al-asma' al-khamsatu, yes, not matnut. Yeah, in al-asma' al-khamsatu, in raf is al-wawu, in nasb is al-alifu, and in khafd it's al-ya'u. In jam'ul mu'annath salim, in raf' is an ad-dammatu, in nasb is al-kasratu, and in khafd is al-kasratu as well. And in jam'ul mudhakkar salim, in raf' it's al-wawu, in nasb is al-ya'u, and in khafd is al-ya'u. And in al-muthanna, in raf' is al-alifu, in nasb is al-ya'u, and in khafd it's al-ya'u. And in al-mufrad, in raf' is al-dammatu, in nasb al-fathatu, and in khafd is al-kasratu.
Very good. But this table is very important, right?
Yeah.
Then he will go to another part. آه المعربات قسمان من إعراب by letters and إعراب by signs. Inshallah, this way we take it. Okay?
Inshallah.
I think this way is very. Inshallah ta'ala, you have grasped a lot, right?
Yes, yeah.
Can you give me then within next class for each one here, for each one,
Yeah.
give me an example. Can I do that?
Okay, inshallah.
The more examples you make, more exercises you make, the more muscles you get.
True.
Yeah, I mean you get like a muscles muscles in mind, you know.
Yeah, true. That's true. Very true.
I hope inshallah ta'ala we take this course, then afterwards inshallah we can go straight ahead to the science of hadith book that you needy of, which is what الفكر you requested or تدريب الراوي.
تدريب الراوي, I think. Or I don't mind either, whichever. I think نخبة الفكر is a smaller book, and تدريب الراوي is a very big book.
Okay.
So as you wish. Maybe we do the small one first.
Okay. I needed like you taking like a Arabic background.
Yeah.
Lot of Arabic
Yeah.
and uh, you study أشعري عقيدة or Maturidi عقيدة.
I studied some time ago. I think it's a Maturidi book, Bad'ul Amali.
بدء الأمالي.
Yeah, it's written by Imam Ali al-Awshi, or I think it is. That was quite a long time ago, though.
It's
I
a
think
big,
it's
it's a big poem, right?
yes, yeah, yeah. It's a poem.
It is.
Yeah, but,
Very good.
yeah.
Inshallah ta'ala, after this, we can go to Nukhba.
inshallah.
Inshallah ta'ala, to
Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah. Yeah.
inshallah, study hard, revise,
Yeah.
revise again and again.
Inshallah.